all major factory construction for all Tesla sites for the month of August. Yes, including Giga Nuevo Leon, side by side. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. A quick thanks to newest patrons, Lee and David, and upgrading patrons, Rachel and Grace de Grunch Hopper. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do this full time. I don't have another source of income, so every bit of support helps, and I appreciate that. You guys are the reason I'm able to do this, and YouTube doesn't pay that well, but it's a work in progress. Things are going so great. Every bit of support helps, and I thank you guys for your decision to support the channel. In Fremont, there's a big pour going on over by the casting area. Looks like they're going to be able to make more castings for more models of more cars. There's old Model 3s still shipping out, even though we've seen a lot of Highland progress. In Shanghai, there's a lot of new Highlands piling up under those car covers, but we can also see old Model 3s still shipping out. This tells me that my theory about the changeover is probably correct, that they're using one line for the old ones while retooling the new line. In Berlin, there's a whole lot to cover. The bridge is mostly done over the overpass. The asphalt in the employee area has resumed. And also asphalt at the entrance, the main entrance of the building there. Over the transit center, over the train station, there is now solar panels going in there. And the supercharger is getting a solar roof. It is just about done. Behind the building, the fire station is done looking, and behind it, they have poured additional concrete for something. In the northeast, some tents have been removed from the warehouse on wheels area, and the recycle center, it's got a roof. It's got more walls, more blocks have been put up for that. And there's now a fence around this retention pond. And they've also been pouring more concrete for the expanded warehouse on wheels. In Texas, a lot of castings come and a lot of castings go, and they're always moving around, building up, and being drawn back down. There's more stain wrapping around the southeast corner of the building, and south of the building, where the expansion is going, there's been a lot more piling with the continuous flight augers, and it's expanding there pretty quickly. River Road has got some concrete in, and the River Road itself is extending, getting twice as wide as it was before. In the southwest of the building, windows and walls have been removed, and some of those areas that had windows now have interior walls that you can see through the holes. There are routine sightings of the Cybertruck in the loading and logistics lot almost every day now. The outfall channel has been removed. They took out the landscaping and have redirected it around what will be now a new construction site, which means that the southeast clearing is much bigger and it is getting graded quite quickly. The cathode building in the east is getting a lot of work, and the crash test building is coming along quickly, which you can see here. And there's tons of equipment going into this building. They prefab it onto platforms, bring them inside, and assemble them. The Wade pit has been completed and even used a time or two. This is where they test the water resiliency, I guess, of the vehicles, of the Cybertruck. At the north end of the cathode building, the rolling doors and concrete apron have been put in, and there's now a massive clearing in the far northeast of the cathode building. The berm removal has expanded, and the switchyard vault, which would hold underground water, has been sealed off. There's been a lot of transformer work at the Megapack location. This should be getting ready to switch on in the next month or two when the conduit is complete and connected over to the switchyard, the substation. The Tesla Road expansion west out to Farm to Market Road is moving along kind of slowly, as road projects tend to. In the far west, we've seen footings and slab work and a lot going on over there. Grading continues. It's a big area. They're getting it nice and flat. That's what they do. In Mexico, we do have footage, but what we don't have is any sign of visible progress. I've located a drone pilot, obviously, but I don't have written permission to use his material yet, so I'm only going to cover just a few quick snippets because much beyond that would not qualify as fair use. and I'd rather have friends than, than not friends. So I've reached out to him. I've talked to him a number of times, but until that's finalized, I'm not going to go into greater depth. Just show a couple clips. So, what did we miss? What did we misunderstand? Leave it all in the comments. You know the deal. By the way, next month is fully charged. Coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be at that in Vancouver, BC. I'm going to be on 2 or 3 panels. I don't remember. It might even be 4 now, because there's a couple of cancellations, and I was asked to fill in on at least one. So we shall see. It's 2 days long. It's the 9th and 10th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, something like that, of September. So check it out. I'll put it up on the screen. You'll see it there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for your support. It's so much work. It's so much work. These videos especially are really draining. They're really taxing. They take a lot of hours. But they're the kind of value that I want to bring to the community. They're the kind of videos I like to watch. And while they're vastly, vastly more difficult than just doing an interview or sharing my thoughts, I feel like it's worth it. I feel like it's something you deserve to see and I want to see. So appreciate your support. You can subscribe, you can like, do all that good stuff. And stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots, maybe even in person in Vancouver.